everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters, and I am standing outside of the door of all of your modeling dreams. That's right, we are about to take a tour of the AndysHHQ.com warehouse. Now, I've gotten a ton of requests recently. Hey, we haven't seen inside the warehouse, or what kind of stuff do you have? And I thought, I've spent the entire day here today doing some organizing and things, and I thought I would take you inside and show you around. So come on, let's go on in. Well, here we are, guys. Here is the warehouse tour. Now, a quick warning. I have received 4 40-foot containers in the last 2 weeks. So there is a lot of boxes everywhere. We had 1,500 tigers that we had to get out, and that took precedent because we wanted to get all your tiger orders out before we got everything else put away. But we're getting to the point, almost everything is put away right now. So I'm gonna give you a quick little tour through here, show you some of the cool items that maybe many of you don't know that we actually carry. So come on this way. First of all, I'm gonna point out our really fancy Andy's Hobby Headquarters doorstop. This has been here for the 2 years that we have. It's always been our doorstop. I don't know why this computer is our doorstop, but it's our doorstop. So, but in future ones, you'll see that it's still there. So first, we're gonna come right over this way, and I'm gonna show you our wall of tools and accessories. So if you get a quick little pan shot down the entire wall here, you see we keep all of our Tamiya tools. Then we go right into Ammo by MIG with all the paintbrushes. God, they make a ton of paintbrushes. And all of the turfs that they make, tools, tape, all that kind of stuff. And then we have a whole section of the 3D printed product by Ammo by MIG. They make lots and lots of stuff. And also a ton of paint kits. So they've got all of their individual paints, which we keep in another section of the warehouse, which I'll show you in a little while. But these are all their actual paint sets, weathering sets, things like that, all down this wall and through here. Here we are at the back of the tool aisle. Moving forward here, we've got all kinds of stuff from Border Models. They make lots of unusual tools you might want to check out. We carry lots of value gear. I've got a big box that we are about to unload to refill all of this area, but Value Gear makes all of the stowage. So we've got 16 scale, great for the Tiger, for the Stormgeschütz, for the Das Werk Stormgeschütz, also for the Andy's Hobby Headquarters Sherman, the 4x4 utility vehicle, all kinds of stuff like that. As we go forward here, there'll be some res kit over on this side, as well as Liang and a few other things like Ming tools, things like that. Over here, this is all the Flyhawk models that we have just checked in. They haven't been put onto the shelves yet, but we've got lots of Flyhawk. And if you're not familiar with Flyhawk, Flyhawk makes 700 scale, beautiful 700 scale, I should say, ships and accessories. So like wooden decks, all kinds of accessories like that. So all of this will be on the, actually all of this is on the website. It's just not put away here in the warehouse yet. Master tools as we come this way. And I just got done recently loading up all of this AFE Club stuff. So we have lots of AFE Club all the way down the line here. There is still a tiny bit of Zvezda. That's obviously a little bit hard to get right now, but we have a little bit of it left. Now we're going to walk around the corner into our next aisle. Now there are a few boxes because the crew has actually all gone home for the day. I spent the whole day working in here today and they've gone home, but wanted to show you guys while there's nobody in here. So in this very beginning area, we have all of our IBG, and that's what is getting loaded up in these boxes here. We'll get all put on the shelves. IBG makes some airplanes, some 35th scale, as well as 72nd scale armor. So that's what's going to be all through here. As you take a look here, we just got in all of our Arma hobby. They are absolutely beautiful 72nd scale airplanes right in through here. And we also have Copper State models. And if you're not familiar with Copper State models, they make some beautiful 35th scale World War I armored cars, as well as some 32nd and 48th scale World War I airplanes. This is kind of an unusual thing too. Now, Copper State models is based in Latvia, so in Europe. But you're going to look at this up in the corner and say, well, that's the state of Arizona with the state of Arizona flag, and the name of it is Copper State models. Well, Copper State is Arizona's nickname. Well, it turns out Copper State originally started just a couple of miles down the street from my store in Glendale. And I guess the gentleman sold out and it got bought up by a company in Latvia and moved over there. So it still maintains the Copper State models and the Arizona symbol on it there. So little interesting story that you might not know. As we come in here, this is some of the Riche as well as Bronco. Both of those companies have been discontinued now, but we still have a little bit of that supply left. And this is a new set of figures that we just started carrying from Dynamo. They are beautiful resin 35th scale figures. And then over in here we have Death models, which we have a big order of that on its way to us, as well as all of the T-Rex. T-Rex makes some great 3D printed tracks, wheels, all kinds of accessories for armor kits. As we move further down over this way, we've got Hasegawa over on this section here, and Amusing Hobby over on the other side. Amusing Hobby is really good because they make lots of unusual tanks that most other companies don't make. So looking at this here, I'll pull this one out. This is the Waffenträger E100, a monster beast of a tank. And no one that I know of at least has ever made this right here. Or a kit like this from Amusing, the ARL 44. It's a big French heavy tank. Just all kinds of unusual tanks that Amusing Hobby makes. And then of course, Hasegawa, I'm sure you guys are all pretty familiar with. Now, I'm going to walk you back here. There's a lot of stuff back here. This is still some of the stuff that we're figuring out where we're going to put it all. So this giant mountain is still some of the Wingnut Wing stuff that we still have in stock. Like the Felix Stowe. I left this one out to show you guys. The AEGs. Not too much of it left. We did get a full 40-foot container of it, and I'd probably say about 80% of it is gone now. So just what we have left right here. Big order of Ming and Tacom just came in. So this is all of our Ming getting ready to get put away. Ming, Tacom, all through down here. And up right here, we've got the last of the Andy's Hobby Headquarters Shermans. We've got just a couple more pallets of those left, and then those are it on the Shermans. Now we're going to come down this aisle. This is the aisle that has border models in it. So we've got all the border models. We've got some extremely good prices on border models, and they make some excellent kits. Whether it's their 109 G6 that you see down here, or their JU87 Stuka, all 35th scale, including their airplane. So they like to put their stuff together on that. And over here we have a 32nd scale Avro Lancaster nose section. Now this is actually 32nd. Everything else I told you is 35th from border, but this is the actual nose section of the former Wingnut Wings kit. So this is one that if you want to build just the Lancaster nose, you can do it right here. Down over in here, we have all of our Vespid model, which they make some beautiful 72nd scale tanks. Up in here, we have some Fujimi ships, some Hobby Boss, we just got these back into stock, the border models submarine crews, as well as the submarines. The submarines are in the back over there, but we do have them in stock right now. More Hobby Boss, Suyata. I'm gonna walk you over this way. We come down over here. I had just moved some border model boxes into this aisleway, so we have to come this way. So we've got some Academy, and then we have all of our Gecko models, all the way up to the ceiling just about. We've got some Sci-Fi, some Bandai stuff. And then we have Classy Hobby over here. They make some beautiful 16 scale, some Stewarts and some Panzer IIs and the Panzer II looks. Turning around now, we've got Asuka models and HPH models and some Kitty Hawk left over, as well as RPG. All of this whole side over here is all Trumpeter. In fact, we are expecting a really large order of Trumpeter in very soon. We've got our Saber models. They're the one who make all of the beautiful rail cars, as well as some resin pieces. A lot of people don't realize they make stuff like this, but here's 2 pilots for the Doolittle raid. Just little things like that. They don't make any other airplanes, but they do make some of those, or little weighted wheels. So all kinds of interesting things that sometimes people don't realize these companies make. As we come over here, we've got our Zukimura. Some of the Zukimura stuff. We've got some Italeri. And then right into Great Wall Hobby. Great Wall Hobby makes all of the really cool modern day fighters. They do make a little bit of World War II, but majority of them are modern day fighters. And also you can look at some of the ships that we have from Trumpeter as well. Next aisle, our Tamiya and Eduard. So we carry a lot of Tamiya and a lot of Eduard. And it's all down on both sides of the aisle here. Not much to say about those companies. You guys probably know quite a bit about those. We did just get the Wildcats back into stock. They've been gone for a while, but those are back in. Now, as we come down to this is our main thoroughfare, and you're going to look over in here, and on this aisle here, we keep all of, starting off with Das Work in the middle here, and then the rest of this aisle is all Ryefield model, all the way up and through here. And I call this our main thoroughfare. This is our big way that goes from the packing tables right up to the loading dock in the back there. And you caught me in the middle process of moving all of the RT diorama. So this is just part of the RT diorama, just a little fraction of it, but we're going to move it because it's been selling so well right here to the main run, so we can keep it all in the middle here. So all of this Revell will get moved out and get moved over to the other side. And if you look up on top here, we've got lots of other Revell that we've been storing up there. These are, and if you're not familiar with RT diorama, I'm just going to grab one in particular. These are the diorama bases. Like this one's called the Italian Farm, and it comes with the 2 houses, the cobblestone, all of the groundwork on it, and they make all kinds of cool things. So you've got this like a gate that if you want to. So if you're into dioramas, there is so many cool things. This is, my wife will probably kill me if she heard that I was going to make something like this, but I would like to someday. You remember the train station that I'm still working on, the giant diorama? Well, they make a whole series called Stalingrad. And these are all giant buildings, all destroyed. So we've got something like this right here. We've got this big giant tractor factory all destroyed. We've got multiple other buildings. Let's see where the rest of them are here. I can't even remember. Oh yeah, underneath it. So then you've got like this Stalingrad factory and all kinds of other ones. And I would love to, 2 different ones, build a giant blown up Stalingrad diorama. And then also the other thing that we have a lot of are destroyed buildings from like Berlin and Germany, which I probably won't be able to find them now because I'm talking to you about, but buildings like this, and build an entire European street, all blown up, you know, like maybe like a 4x8 sheet of plywood would be really cool, but with all the buildings on it and tanks all over it. I don't know where the heck in the world I'll put it, but it's in the back of my mind of things I'd like to do. And this is really exciting, something I want to show you. We just received this in. It's not on the website yet, but it will be on in just a couple of days. This is Copper State Models, the company that shows you that makes all the airplanes and the 35th scale World War I vehicles. Well, they make an entire line of resin figures that go with those, so like your Wingnut Wing kits. So I want to just show you like one like this. So here we've got an RNAS pilot, and it's a resin pilot, and I was looking at this guy earlier, and he is absolutely gorgeous. Big winter weather, or you know, high altitude outfit on. So we have a lot of figures to go through. They literally just showed up in the mail. We are going through them all. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here. We've got British pilots. So if you've got some of the Wingnut Wing kits and you're putting a diorama together, we're going to have all of these. Here's a whole set of personnel with a cart. So you get all three of those guys. And if you're doing a German World War I figure set, you need a figure set, that's it right there. And as you can see here, I'll show you in this box, it's multiple layers. There's about 150, I think, total figures that we have to put out, but they will be put up very, very soon. Also, we just got in that same box, we've got a restock of all the 16 scale and 35th scale Aber, as well as Eduard brass. And this is just some of the bins that we haven't put back into the run. This is kind of where we were checking it all in because there's so much stuff everywhere. We wanted to keep an eye on everything. So let's come around over this way. We still hear some of the extra Wingnut Wings I was telling you about earlier. Okay, next aisle up, we have our Tacom all the way down the run here, and Dragon models over here. And actually, I wanted to take a quick moment here and show you. So you see here, we carry quite a bit of product in this warehouse here, and we get everything direct from the manufacturer. So like this Tacom kit, you're gonna notice something about this Tacom kit. There is no shrink wrap on this Tacom kit. There is no shrink wrap on rifle kits. There's no shrink wrap on trumpeter kits. There's no shrink wrap on basically everything that normally comes into this country. Shrink wrapping, I'm not gonna say it's a strictly American thing, but it's pretty much an American thing. None of the companies shrink wrap on it. Even Tamiya shrink wraps their own stuff once it actually makes it into the country. So every once in a while we'll get people email me and say, hey, my kit didn't have shrink wrap on it. It must be used. It's not used. It's exactly the way it comes out of the master cases. I just wanted to point that out to you. Dragon models are the same way. You name it, Ming, all of those companies are the same way. And then if you want to take a look at some of the different things, so Tacom, of course, makes lots of really cool kits. Some of their heavies. The new M103s have just been put on order, as well as the 16 scale on toast. I've heard those will be here very, very soon. And as we come over here, you see we've got all of our Dragon model kits. And then over on this side, this is where we keep a lot of the 16th scale Tacom kits. And you can see in here, those are the 4x4 utility vehicles. Once again, no shrink wrap. That's exactly how they come out of the box. Now, this is pretty cool right here. I'm gonna hold the camera myself on this one. It is because there's so much of it right here. I just pushed it all down the aisle just to get it out of the main run. But this is all of the MiniArt. We finally got MiniArt back, guys. All of the cool diorama accessories and boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. And although it all looks a mess right here, I've got a killer crew. All this stuff will be put away maybe tomorrow, if not the next day. But it's all been checked in, so which means it's all been put up onto the website. And like I said, I just shoved it down over here just to get it out of the way so I could film this video for you guys. So you got all the cool stuff from them. Look at the tractors and the trolley cars. You got regular cars, Soviet trams up on top. Lots of figure sets. They make building sets, all that kind of stuff. So take a look at our section of MiniArt. I think you'll be pretty happy to see all the stuff is back in stock. Now I'm back on the main run again because we didn't go down the other side. On this side, of course, is still the DOS work because I'll give you a little frame of reference here. Here's where we just walked a minute ago. Come back over here and you're going to see all of the ICM because ICM has finally come back into stock as well. And as you see here, we've got lots of ICM. But as the saying is, wait, there's more. All of this is ICM as well. This is all of the ICM armor figure sets, all the 35th scale sets basically. Hey, I also want to just point out a quick thing. You see the 16 scale Stug 3 Gs from Das Werk? Well, you are looking at the last of them right there. Now, you know that they have a new kit coming out with Winterketten, but this is the last of the ones with the regular tracks on it. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 of those left. After that, they are not available anymore. And I don't know when the next production run. It's going to be quite a while because obviously they're going to have the Winterketten version out. So if you're interested in a regular Stug 3 G in 16 scale from Das Werk, I would grab one right away. This is our book section. So over here we have all of our technical manuals. We've got all of our Panzerrex, all the different books from Ammo by MiG, from AK. Kind of flash back over this way, kind of back up and show you. Won't spend too much time on that. You'll have to just check out our website if you're interested in more on the books. And it goes on both sides of this rack here where we keep all of our books at. Now I'm going to flip over to this side here, and we are on the Isle of Ming. And more Revell. This is where all of the Revell is getting moved to. And we're kind of just stacking it up as we go. This is kind of cool. This is something that you don't see very often. This is the Pirates of the Caribbean Black Pearl, Salazar's Revenge. It's a really cool looking big pirate ship. We've got cars from Revell, more Ming. And remember earlier I was telling you guys that the RT Diorama, well, this is where RT Diorama used to be. Well, actually most of it is still here. And we kept it all here, but we're going to move it all into that other run. And look at all of the cool accessories they have. All kinds of stuff. And they've got hundreds of different types of signs and ground foliage and 3D printed things. I absolutely love the RT Diorama. You've seen I've built quite a few of their dioramas, and just so many cool things. Like, look at this. Here's a wooden bridge, all laser cut wood, making a diorama. That's something that would be really cool to add to it. I'm going to flash back over this way. This is the rest of the RT Diorama. Right there. Okay, next aisle. I'm just going to go quickly down this aisle here. This is where we keep all of our AMT and MPC cars. And I know I'm going a little fast. Hope I don't make you guys too sick with it. But then right at the end over here, we have all of our Hong Kong model. Hong Kong model makes 32nd scale and now 48 scale. Beautiful aircraft. A big 32nd scale B-17. That's a cool kit. And we got lots of Hong Kong model in right now. Okay, and also on the other side of all those cars, this is not normally how it is, but this is where we unloaded all of the extra boxes from all those containers. We just stacked them up right here. I am not going to be surprised if we find later on the Ark of the Covenant piled in here, just like in Indiana Jones with all the boxes. Yeah, it goes all the way to the back over there. And also, over up here in the front corner, I told you earlier, we kept our paint up in another area. Well, this is it. So starting off, this is all ammo by MiG. And of course, they're all numbered. And each side has all of the paint lined up and stacked in there. You might notice all of the different colors. Well, we ordered 1,000 blue, and we didn't get 1,000 blue. We got some yellow, some red, and some green. So we tried to put them into some kind of order. Not too much more. Here comes all of our, after all of this, the weathering products are next. Squeeze right in through here. So we've got our glues, all the accessory stuff from Ammo by MiG, including stuff like this, like their washes, pigments, all of that kind of stuff. And then we come up into Tamiya paint. And you can see we got lots and lots of racks of that stuff. Here's our Tamiya spray cans, our AK Real Colors, And more paint up front. As we flip it around here, we've got all of our extra Tamiya, Mr. Hobby, more of the Ammo by MIG paint kits. We've got super glue, all kinds of the accessories that you would imagine. This is all brand new stuff from Ammo, including their new Quake Crackle paint. I've yet to try that out, but it's pretty cool. It kind of creates the effect of like dried out rivers. You know how they get that cracked mud effect? That'll do it. They've got new moss, new waters. We've got our Molotov pins down there. And of course, some of the other accessories for model building. And on the other side of the rack here, we have all of our Eduard products. So here's all the Eduard Brassin and Space and Look and all the other things right here, as well as some Luca C product. I just got a little bit of that in yesterday. And some Red Fox all through in there. Some Phase Hanger. And then as we come around here, some more. Actually, there's all the Rust products from Ammo. And Tai Lung. All the sets like that. So won't spend too much time on that, but you see the general idea, as well as like airbrushes, all that kind of stuff with more paint up in the front. Well, there you go, guys. There is a tour of the Andy's Hobby headquarters warehouse. And as you can see here, we are up to our eyeballs in inventory with all of the containers that just showed up. And in fact, I think we're kind of even outgrown this warehouse. We might have to take the wall down off to the side over here, just like I did with the hobby store. And that is all to you guys, all from you guys. I appreciate so much your support, whether it's buying from andyshobbyheadquarters.com or buying the new 16 scale kits that are coming out, which you know we've got a lot more announcements on that very, very soon. Watching the YouTube channel, all of that stuff. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the support you give to us. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you as always for watching, and please stay tuned because I have many more videos coming.